Is that thing on?
Yeah, it's on.
Oh, gross.
Yeah,
Pink.
my footprints.
Is this pink or flesh?
It says peachy.
It's peach color, not flesh.
It's orange.
I'm not gonna say what it is.
Flashlight, weren't you?
No.
Oh, no.
Well,
I don't know. If it's worse than what I said,
that was
then don't.
way worse than what you were saying.
I know.
I was gonna say it looked like the inside of something, but not what you were thinking.
No. I think it's...
Anyways, this is a Run With Me podcast with Tiny Tod and Big Frank, where my wife thinks that she knows what she's talking about, but she has no fucking idea.
So that's your intro.
I just wung it.
You had that in your pocket.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
I got something else in my pocket. I have nothing in my pockets.
You're such a dork. So it's Tiny Tod? That's your name in the podcast?
I didn't know what to go with. I don't have a nickname.
Big Man Todd, that's what I call you, but
Big
that's
Man
weird
Todd.
for us to present. I like Tiny Todd and Big Frank.
Tiny Tod and Big Frank. They could be taken in so many different ways.
I really can. But I don't know, usually people that are ginormous are called tiny or little. Little John. Little John wasn't so little.
Who the fuck is Lil Jon?
It's from Robin Hood.
Robin? I thought Lil Jon was a rapper.
That's Lil Wayne.
Oh, there's a Lil Jon. We gotta look this up. Hey Siri, play a song from Lil Jon the rapper. Fucking told you.
That's Lil John. That's not Lil John.
Lil Jon, E40, and not seen. Sean Paul.
Sean Paul.
I fucking hate it when people spell their names like that.
Scene?
That's
Scene Paul.
Your fucking parents are redonkulous. Spell your name.
Could
like
also
that.
gone with ridiculous. That was funny. That was a good one.
Why can't we say that word?
We can't do this.
I think we should just leave it.
Man.
If we could go back in time 20 years, how old would you? You would be 14. I would be 9.
That's Star Wars ages right there.
I got myself a Princess Leia.
That would be, no,
No?
that's not right.
Star Wars, Anakin and Princess Leia?
That's not right.
Who is it then?
Padme?
Fuck! Yeah, I fucked that one up.
You did.
I fucked that one up bad. Well,
Because that would be father and daughter. That's not right.
I bet you somebody would get off to that.
I'm sure there's fan
I
fictions.
bet you
There's some
anybody,
weird
there's a
fan
porno
fictions out there.
on some
That's
Princess Leia Anakin shit.
nasty.
She did kiss her brother though.
She did.
So you're almost getting close enough to that. It's a little different with pedophilia. No?
I'm trying to think of how you got to pedophilia. So
Because Anakin is older than Princess Leia.
that doesn't make it pedophilia
And
just because they're
it's her
older.
dad.
Otherwise, I'm a pedophile just because I'm
Well,
older
okay,
than
if
you.
it was non-consensual.
And that's just rape. It's age.
But
The age.
if he was
that she's
into
at.
fucking... We're really playing on this
It's a good start.
R word scenario. What are we talking about today? It's water under the bridge.
Water under the bridge.
Water under the
And
house.
you're not going to do it this time.
We got a lot of water under our house.
We've got a lot of water in our house. But anywho.
It's a bit of a nightmare. You haven't opened that yet.
No, I have not.
Bottoms up these things because this one is gross. They should just take this off the market.
Maybe we won't talk about the first time we argued.
Oh, we could talk about the habits. Why don't we start with you?
Well, according to Todd, I was a lazy fuck. No, I'm very good at being content. So when Todd came around, he he encouraged me to be a little bit more ambitious and to figure out what I wanted.
What do you call it?
Tough love.
Reinforcement. Nope.
Nope.
Wrong again.
You're on a roll.
It's going to be a bad one.
But he definitely is a go-getter, and I'm very much of a slow down,
Think before act.
enjoy life where I'm at kind of person.
Well, I'm enjoying life.
But he always wants to push forward and push for bigger and better things, where me, in all honesty, if I didn't meet Todd, fuck, I'd probably still be in that apartment.
Do you want a boat?
I want a pool. We already talked about this. You get off topic.
Do you want a boat?
Yes, I want a boat.
Not as much as me.
No, not as much as you.
Well, the whole point is that I'm going to get off topic all the time. It doesn't matter if we're off topic.
So,
I learned some things from you, but the main one was the art of discussion.
Todd just likes to tell, and people
No,
listen
I always
to
thought
what
you were trying to fight with me all the time. And this is what it felt like. And then you're like, I'm just trying to have a conversation with you. It was like, well, no, it just seems like you're trying to challenge every fucking thing that I say.
I'm a big debater.
A big debater. You're a master debater.
Nice.
That's not what you were going to say. I thought you were going to say that at the same time.
But I love to debate things. Like, even if I agree, I like to challenge just to see
That's
if
the annoying
people are
part, though.
capable of thinking outside of their own beliefs.
That's the annoying part.
Yes. But I love it.
You piss people off.
Oh, I know. I piss a lot of people off.
You piss everyone off.
There's probably a reason why I only really have one friend. And
Your
that's not Todd.
You want to be best friends?
You want to be best friends? You want to be my best friend?
Want to be my best friend? Hey, I was lonely at the time. Living in a fucking trailer.
We weren't in the trailer when you said that, though.
No, where were we? In
We
your
were-
apartment.
Your apartment.
I didn't have an apartment.
Whatever, your garage suite
It
thing.
was a garage.
Converted into a bachelor pad.
Did a pretty good job. If you don't, I thought it was nice.
Was it the first job you did with Alan?
That was the first one he let me just go fly. Or a peacock.
You're a peacock. Gotta let me
You gotta
fly.
let me fly. I can't remember how that goes.
That's how it goes.
No.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
But I'm not Marky Mark. He's short, isn't he?
I don't know, but he wears gloves when he works out and doesn't know how to do pull-ups.
I'm not touching that one.
Well, in his defense, he is an actor.
Isn't he fucking vegetarian too?
I doubt it.
Fucking vegetarian. I
Vegetation.
think. What?
That's what you said.
It's a vegetation. I didn't say that.
It sounded like
It's
you're.
on recording. You
It
can't.
sounded like you're going
fucking
there, but
tell
you
me.
stopped it halfway.
I think I went to go say fucking vegans. I fucking can't stand vegans
Just gonna say it.
and
He's
hippies.
just gonna generalize it.
I fucking saw there's a peace symbol on this thing. Theo Vaughn said, "You drink these to beat your fucking wife." Why would they put a fucking hippie symbol on here?
Good God. Theo Vaughn said that?
I think he did. He was on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, I feel like I remember that.
We got a problem with these though. We should probably.
You do.
I don't. You should try the new pre-workout that I got.
What'd you get?
It was. I think it's called Unleash from Mutant.
Mutant.
Have you ever tried Mutant?
Nope.
Mutant Mass?
We have a giant bag of that at frickin' Anytime.
It's fucking horrendous for
I think Arnie
I
was
basically
mad about it.
looked at it and was like, this looks like it's going to be the worst one for me, which will probably allow me to wake up in the morning.
Talking about
And thought I bought it. It was cheap. It was like $35.
how much is the one I get? $60.
Yours is 60.
Bucked up.
Bucked up. It's a good product though.
Oh, I like it.
I like to feel like I am flying. When I start getting anxious from something, when it comes to drinking it, that's when I'm like, it's gonna be a good workout.
I'm the opposite. I don't like anything that makes me feel that way.
Because then I get focused. When I get anxious, I start getting focused. When I'm working out.
When you're working out.
When I'm anxious and I'm at home, I'm a lunatic. We're gonna talk about cardio.
Is cardio the best way to lose fat?
I don't know, you tell me. Miss Perfect.
Miss Perfect. Do you do cardio?
Do you do cardio?
Only during soccer season because I have to.
Does it look like I do cardio?
That's a tricky question. You eat a string beans? No. He's got a lot of muscle mass, so he definitely doesn't do cardio.
I don't have a lot of muscle mass.
I think you do. You just lost it in your ass.
Shut up.
At least it wasn't the calves.
Why did it have to fall off my fucking butt first?
Yeah.
Lose 20 pounds. Gone. Ass gone.
You'd probably divorce me if that was the case for me.
Well, there's a fine line. I don't think you could lose your ass.
Oh, I'm sure if I ran a lot, I would.
No, I don't think so. That is a genetic gift. Genetic.
Gift from God.
Gift from God. We get religious about this.
God, no. No, we're talking about cardio. We're not getting religious.
About your ass. That's what I was going
No,
with.
good.
Don't pick. You're picking. This picker. Why isn't cardio the best for losing weight, Frankie? Please enlighten me on why I should not do cardio.
If you want to lose weight, the best thing to do is lift weights.
How
More
heavy?
fucking heavy. It depends.
I got
It
nothing.
depends where you are. Don't be lifting those pink weights, that's for sure. But regardless,
That's a start, though.
It is. No one. I'd rather see you lift the 5 pounds than 2 and 3 because you can lift the 5-pound weights.
Well, what if I'm... Never mind.
But when you do cardio, especially excessively, hard to say those back to back.
Word combination.
It's hard. But you lose fat, yes, but you also lose muscle, which is why when people go to do it, especially if they're just starting out, they see that scale drop and they get super excited and keep doing that cardio. But they keep losing muscle along with the fat. And then when they plateau, now their metabolism, how many calories they can have in a day, is lower because they lost their muscle. And what they have to do to keep losing the weight is run more and eat less. And you have to continuously do that. And then all of a sudden you're eating 500 calories and running for 2 hours a day. And then you're hooped. And then you stop. And then you gain all the weight back. And usually when you gain it back, none of it is muscle. So now you're just a fatter version of yourself. So lifting weights is the way to go if you're looking to lose weight. And you can use cardio as a tool. As a tool. So once in a while, toss in some cardio for a week or two, then go back to lifting the weights consistently. Even when you're running though, during those 2 weeks, you should be lifting weight.
Can I say something?
No. Yes, you can say something.
You have to use cardio as a tool because you look like a tool when you do cardio. Can we put it in my perspective of why you shouldn't do cardio?
Sure.
Or why people like to do cardio?
Sure.
Why don't we do why people like to do
You can
cardio?
do both.
Am I allowed to have an input on this? Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you ready? People don't like to do cardio or don't like to lift weights because it's hard
Yes.
and people are fucking lazy and it's really easy to get good at cardio. And then you think that that is just your idea of what you should be going in and doing all the time. And it's not what you're supposed to be doing. The entire point of this is to build a good foundation.
To do hard shit.
And just like Stan Efferding says, if you don't have a good foundation, you cannot build a good house. Don't be a fucking bitch. Stop doing cardio. That's all you have to do. It's not as healthy as people think. Should you do cardio? Yes, you should do cardio. You should have good cardiovascular health, but you can gain that through lifting weight.
You can, which is why classes and boot camps are not the best. Yes, you might be lifting weights, but it's just a different form of cardio.
Yes.
Just a different form of cardio, so you can still lift weights and count it as cardio by doing high reps. But that doesn't mean you're weightlifting. You have to have a different routine lifting heavy weights so that you build muscle.
What about, I might open a can of worms here. In perspective of everything with lifting weights and cardio-based stuff, obviously CrossFit gets a fucking knock for improper form, people getting hurt all the time, this and that. But if you do look at the athletes, they're pretty fucked. So the correlation between, now they do way too much cardio. They're breaking themselves. CrossFit's basically just like something you go and
They're
you
an
destroy
athlete.
yourself.
When you do CrossFit,
you're trying to be an athlete.
When you do CrossFit a lot and you're dedicated to it, you are an athlete. And athletes aren't healthy.
No, but for general, all around, you're a person that is trying to look better, feel better, do everything. Cardio over a long term is not like, we look at fucking runners. Guys that just, they enjoy running, they do excessive running all the time. And they don't look healthy. You look like fucking garbage. You got a fucking pouch on your stomach and it starts breaking down the fucking muscle instead of the breaking down fat.
It's because when you do cardio burns a lot of calories and muscle costs a lot of calories to have. So if you're doing an activity that burns a lot of calories, your body's natural response is, well, we need to get rid of the stuff that is costing a lot of energy because you're doing something that is burning a lot of calories. Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me, but I just don't like fucking doing cardio. So any excuse,
I hate cardio too.
as any excuse that I can take to not do more cardio is a good excuse. But I do think that there is points where you do need to utilize cardio. For me, as of last year, after the fucking insanity we went through while hunting and going after elk and whatnot, I definitely this year am going to be training cardio before going out there. And I'm basically going to train myself to where I can run on the fucking Stairmaster for 20 minutes with a weighted vest on, because that's what I'm utilizing that skill set for. But once I get home from hunting, I'm not going to be doing it for quite a while.
Yeah.
Rather than getting on the fucking treadmill or the stair climber because it's easy.
Or just because you like watching the scale go down.
Yeah.
Fuck the scale.
Because the first 10 pounds that you're losing, especially when you're someone like, say, I am not a hard gainer, probably going to piss a lot of people off, a lot of skinny people off, that I can just put fucking size on. Nobody can even understand. But that first 10 pounds for me, when I'm on the treadmill or doing whatever, or even just lifting weights, it's fucking bloat. Because at that same time, you're correcting your diet and you're trying to do all these crazy things at one point. And you think that it's because of cardio, and it's not. It's probably because you're just getting off the fucking couch for the first time in months. So that's
Well
that.
said.
With cardio, you're going to get a result, but it's not going to be a lasting effect. You need to build muscle to continue moving forward.
And however, even if you do nothing, change your diet and lose weight, you're still not building muscle. Just because if you're losing weight and not lifting weight, you're losing muscle. It goes along with cardio, because you're not lifting weight when you're doing cardio. So if you're not lifting weight and you're losing weight, you're losing muscle. Facts.
Quit being lazy.
Before I was a personal trainer, I used to binge cardio
all
the time.
A lot.
Every 5 a.m. for 45 minutes on the elliptical.
That's how we started hanging out.
Yes, we used to do 5 a.m. cardio together.
It was fucking terrible. God, I was just so hot to trot. I'm getting your attention. I'm going to go to the gym, do fucking cardio at 5 in the morning. What the fuck?
But I went through that cycle so much. I just thought my body responded really well to cardio, because every time I do it, my scale would go down, I would get smaller. But every time I look in the damn mirror, I would just be like a smaller version of what I was. Like, I never looked any better, which was really, really annoying. And so that was the big thing. And every time that would happen, like I said, I hate cardio. I would stop doing it for a little bit, and all of a sudden I would gain weight, and I feel like I would look way worse than I did before. And once again, I just gained back fat. None of it was muscle. And then every time I would try to lose weight, it would get harder and frickin' harder, because my metabolism was so low from losing muscle all the time. Now I'm no longer a victim of that cycle.
Still victim weight.
Well, I sure as hell want to stay victim weight. We'd have a problem if I got it into the 200s.
I don't think I could imagine a 200-pound Frank. I think that's grounds for divorce.
If I was 200 pounds?
If you went up to 200 pounds.
What if it was 200 pounds of muscle? That
You'd also have
be
a
big
fucking
Frank.
You'd also have a dick. You'd be growing a penis.
Pretty much.
Like, if I went down to
Given big dick energy.
If I went down to 170, 160.
If you were lighter than me, imagine if you were lighter than me, 160.
I think
you'd be skin and bone.
I think I'd just be boned.
Just bone, no skin, just bone, skeleton.
I'm big boned.
Oh my God. Don't even get me started. Oh man. No, all skeletons really look the same.
My skeleton's bigger than your skeleton.
But the bones aren't just bigger.
I bet you my bones are bigger than yours.
They'd be the same ratio for size.
Ratio?
Do you not know what ratio means?
I never really understood the whole ratio thing.
A 1-to-1 ratio? If you're twice my size?
I can fraction the shit out of everything, but I cannot ratio.
Yeah, fuck fractions. But